What's worse than being born as the last of your species on an island where everything evolved specifically to kill you? Finding out the hard way. Your first breath of Skull Island air comes with a mouthful of your mother's fur as she sprints through the jungle, something massive and hungry destroying your birth cave behind you. The walls you were nestled against 5 seconds ago? Now they're digestive juice in a Skullcrawler's stomach. Your tiny fingers grip your mother's fur as she rockets through the canopy at speeds that would liquidate most mammals. Below, that abomination keeps pace, its 2 muscled arms pulling its serpentine body forward with disturbing efficiency. 60 tons of evolutionary spite, and it wants you for breakfast. Your mother's heart hammers against your newborn body. A biological drum solo that means one thing: run or die. 3 minutes into existence, and you're already the co-star in nature's most twisted survival show. No commercial breaks, no stunt doubles, and the reviews are written in blood. Your early days are spent clinging to your mother's fur as she navigates this prehistoric nightmare. Every vine could be a warbat coiled and waiting. Every shadow might hide a Vastatosaurus rex, and don't even get me started on those psychovultures that circle overhead, waiting for something to die. You're basically living in nature's most twisted theme park, where all the rides are trying to eat you. A syringaw erupts from the river as your mother swings past, its bioluminescent lure flashing like a disco ball of death. By the time you're a few years old, you've grown from adorable furball to awkward adolescent ape. Your limbs don't quite match your body yet, and your attempts at chest beating sound more like someone playing bongos underwater. But hey, at least you're learning the family business, being the island's apex predator. Or trying to be anyway. Your first solo hunt goes about as well as you'd expect. You spot a nice juicy skur buffalo grazing near the swamp. Easy target, right? Wrong. Those things are built like tanks with anger management issues. One headbutt later, and you're doing an involuntary backflip into a mud pit where a swamp locust the size of a motorcycle decides you look snackable. Double smooth. Years pass, and you're getting the hang of this whole terror of Skull Island thing. You've developed your own hunting style, mixing brute strength with surprising intelligence. Those Skullcrawlers that used to send you running? Now you're using their own skulls as drinking cups. Very eco-friendly of you. Your territory expands as you grow, and other creatures learn to recognize your thunderous roar. It's basically your way of posting a no trespassing sign, except violators get their spines rearranged instead of a fine. The real fun begins when you hit your prime. You're now the size of a building, muscles rippling under your dark fur, and your roar can be heard across the entire island. Time to establish dominance. First on your hit list? That V-Rex who's been eyeing your favorite banana grove. The fight is brutal. 3 jaws full of teeth versus your superior reach and opposable thumbs. You grab its jaws mid-bite and play wishbone with its skull. Point made. But being king isn't all skull-crushing and chest-thumping. You've got responsibilities now. The island's ecosystem depends on you keeping the Skullcrawlers in check. These underground nightmares breed faster than rabbits on energy drinks, and without you playing exterminator, they'd overrun everything. So every few days, you're down in the bone fields, playing whack-a-mole with creatures that look like someone crossed a lizard with pure hatred. Your days fall into a rhythm. Morning patrols to mark territory, afternoon naps in your mountain fortress, evening hunts for whatever looks tasty. You've even developed a taste for mire squid, though fishing for them usually ends with you wrestling tentacles the size of tree trunks. Nothing says king of the island, quite like emerging from the ocean with calamari wrapped around your entire body while a pack of razorfish try to take chunks out of your legs. Some days you mix it up by hunting verticines in the grasslands. Those horned sprinters make you work for your meal, zigzagging across the plains like furry pinballs. Then comes the loneliness. You're the last of your kind, or close to it. Your parents are long gone, victims of the island's endless violence. Sometimes you find old Kong skeletons in hidden valleys, reminders that even your species isn't immune to Skull Island's brutality. You sit on your mountain throne, beating your chest at the empty sky, and the echo that comes back is just your own voice bouncing off uncaring stone. You cope by staying busy. There's always another threat, another challenger. Arachno claws the size of houses spin webs across entire valleys. You've learned to spot them, by the way. Leafwings suddenly change direction mid-flight. One wrong step and you're wrapped up tighter than a Christmas present, except the gift inside is you becoming spider food. So you've developed a technique, grab a dead spore mantis and toss it in first. While the spider's busy wrapping its meal, you come in from above. Works every time. Though occasionally you have to deal with mother longlegs, whose leg span could cover a basketball court. Those require a different approach, usually involving fire and a lot of running. The seasons blur together on Skull Island. There's hot and humid, followed by hotter and more humid. Storms roll in with winds that could toss lesser creatures around like toys, but you've learned to read the signs. When the pteranodons start flying inland, it's time to hunker down in your cave. You've furnished it quite nicely over the years with various trophies. V-Rex skulls make excellent doorstop. As you age, the fights get harder. Not because you're weaker, but because you're bigger, slower. Young Skullcrawlers dart between your legs, nipping at your heels. Death jackals hunt in coordinated packs, trying to hamstring you while you're distracted. You compensate with experience and cunning. Why chase when you can ambush? Why wrestle when you can use the environment? You've turned the island itself into your weapon, triggering rock slides to crush pursuing warbats and using hollow trees as clubs against rock critters that think your territory looks cozy. Your reputation spreads even to the island's edges. Sea creatures that usually stay in deep water give your coastline a wide berth. Flying creatures detour around your mountain. You're not just an animal anymore. You're a force of nature, as much a part of Skull Island as the volcanic peaks and primordial jungles. But even kings face challenges they can't punch away. Strange sounds echo from beyond the storm wall that surrounds your island. Metal birds occasionally fly overhead, too high for you to reach. You've noticed the island itself changing, almost imperceptibly. Certain prey animals disappearing, new threats emerging from places that used to be safe. One day, you're doing your usual patrol when you catch a scent you've never encountered before. It's alien, artificial, mixed with fear and aggression. You follow it to the beach, where strange objects have washed ashore. Shiny, angular things that don't belong in your world. You examine them with the curiosity of a scientist and the caution of a survivor. Whatever made these things might come looking for them. That night, you sit on your highest peak, looking out at the storm barrier that's protected your island for millennia. Lightning dances through the perpetual clouds, and for the first time in your long life, you wonder what lies beyond. Are there others like you out there? Or are you truly the last, doomed to rule an island of monsters until something finally gets lucky enough to take you down? A Skullcrawler erupts from the ground below, probably thinking you're distracted. Without even looking, you grab a boulder and pitch it like a fastball, crushing the creature mid-leap. Just another day in paradise. You beat your chest once, the sound rolling across your domain like thunder, and somewhere in the distance, something very large and very smart decides tonight's not the night to test the king. Tomorrow you'll wake up and do it all again. Hunt, fight, survive, rule. Because that's what Kongs do. That's what you do. Even if it means doing it alone on an island where everything's trying to kill you and you're running out of things worth killing. You scratch your back against your favorite rock, yawn wide enough to swallow a leaf-wing whole, and wonder if that strange metal thing you found might make a good back scratcher. Hey, even kings need their little comforts. A massive Terrapusmordax makes the mistake of flying too close, and without missing a beat, you snatch it from the air and use it as a toothpick. A Vinestrangler tries to sneak up while you're distracted, but you grab it and floss with it instead. Dental hygiene is important, even for kings. Now, where did you leave that skull full of fermented fruit juice?